Hello and welcome to First Journey Across the Bridge. I'm Fosi. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. I just thought I should come and say hi and say what's up. I don't really have anything in particular that I want to talk to you guys about. And don't mind my eyes. They are super tired. Like every time I am doing a video, I think it's my makeup. I think they started to get super heavy. I don't know. I might have to have a break of wearing makeup or something. Anyways, I don't know. I remember when I originally was recording videos just to do like a video diary and getting myself through stages that I was in and trying to get to the other side of the bridge. A lot of times it was like just waking up early in the morning and just start recording. And it seems like the last couple of videos where I'm just, where I'm getting comfortable and then just feel this inspiration or this need to say, hey, what's up? So before we go anywhere, let's take 3 conscious breaths. 1, 2, 3. Center, center, center. Should be doing this more often during my day, but let's do it right now. So here we go. 3 conscious breaths. Fill up your belly as you inhale. What are you guys up to? Trying to hold this like phone stand or whatever the best way that I can. As you can see, I am sitting here getting comfortable. I promise there's gonna be some information shared. I just need to get my half asleep self wide awake, like trying to open my eyes super big. And yeah, you like my braids? I put on some braids and gonna rock it this way for a while and then add something else to it to kind of like change the style a bit. Rocking my Canada gear. I've had some realizations today, this beginning of this week, last week, all of that fun stuff. But what I feel like, or from where I want to talk to you guys, just feels more like this place of contentment, right? This humility and this understanding of like what compassion really looks like. And maybe that's what it is. What's up, my teeth? Just finished eating. Yeah, like there's something about when someone attacks you energetically, and it's not like whatever it might be, but just when I'm saying that, I'm referring to like, you know how sometimes someone can be speaking to you, but they are more speaking at you, and the way they are speaking at you, they are doing this like what I call words that turn into arrows. And over the years, I've like really have been, I have this shield where I'm like, don't mind them, don't mind them, just don't mind them, right? And I have to say that I think I just entered or arrived at this place of like not even being shocked, but like I okay, so it was like having, just dodging things that like want to come at you, and you're like, you're still going forward. You're like, oh, miss me, right? Going forward. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. You're like, people don't know that people go through stuff. People don't know that people in their own personal life are going through stuff or have gone through stuff or have overcome certain stuff. Like, have some compassion for people, right? Have some understanding for people. Have some kindness. Have some willingness to just be patient enough to offer the benefit of the doubt to somebody. Don't come at someone with your cloudedness, your confusion, your absent-mindedness, and your and your like distortedness, and your lack of focus, and like all of that. Is like, I can get to a place where I can say these people are projecting, or someone is projecting, and maybe that's their cry for help. All of that, right? Like, I can and have been just giving people the benefit of the doubt and pushing forward and like releasing and forgiving, getting mad, talking about it, and then still pursuing my path and going forward and all that stuff. So today it was like I had a silent emotional moment where I was like, what the, I want to swear right now. I was like, what the F? What the, right? I was like, oh, imagine you're doing your best. Imagine you're doing your best. You're putting your best effort forward. And from all of that, still doing your healing, still healing from trauma, still healing some wounds that you are becoming more and more aware of, that you've experienced from childhood, from all of that. Learning to understand how your mind is responding after trauma, learning to heal the mind, learning to do the work to heal all aspects of you. So you're doing your work, you're doing your best, and you're still showing up. And the nerve, like that country music song that I love, the nerve, right? Maybe I'll put the link on the name of the video. It's a great song, actually. I love songs I really enjoy songs that are dramatic, because then I get to sing and do the whole drama while I'm singing. So anyways, back to focus. Like, it's not even about them, right? Because once you get to this place where you're like, oh my God, or people just, not people, not everyone, just whatever that's faced in front of you that's like trying to be like this loud screaming lion, and it's like, ah, and you're like, sit down, kitty, sit down, little puppy, sit down, little turtle, like, take it easy. And it could be, I could rationalize it and say, wounded people needing to heal. I can say, people are going through this. I just need to raise my vibration so that I operate in a different frequency, so that I don't engage or interact. I could also say, God has placed me in this moment, in this situation, in these circumstances, not only to heal myself, but to offer light and healing to others. I can say all that. Like, I'm capable of having that type of consciousness, having that type of awareness. I can do those equations. I can say this plus this can equal that. I get that. And that's what I've been doing. But man, sometimes you're like, I have enough shit on my plate. Don't try to put your shit on my plate. Right? And so I had an emotional moment where I was like, I'm going to just be here with this feeling that I'm feeling, is what I was doing today. I was like, I'm going to be here feeling what I'm feeling, and I'm not going to fake the funk. Because sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to give the satisfaction that whatever that was being projected has has triggered or has, touched or influenced me in any kind of way, I'm like, this is not my stuff. I'm returning it to sender. No merci. Go back. So I was just there with my emotions, and I was like, man. And then I had a moment of like things turning over where I was like, I got enough stuff going on. Nah, I don't need that. And yet, if this was meant, whatever this projection was, if it was meant to kind of discourage me, tame me, or belittle me, whatever it was, I was like, nah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Just not. And so I was like, I'm going to still show up. I'm going to still speak up. I'm going to still be present. I'm going to still stand in my truth. I'm going to still do the best that I'm doing. And I'm going to present the best that I'm doing. I'm going to still show up. And then again, maybe an hour later, I found myself having that thought again. I was like, man, people just don't know that. Like, people have overcome stuff. People are overcoming things. People are like, have enough stuff in their life. Like, why are you bugging people? Leave people alone. And so I was like becoming teary, and I was like, no, not right now. This is not the time for it, right? And then I realized, I said, okay, God. I said, God, I said, first of all, I cannot stay where there's this sense of like superiority. There's this projection of like, someone being condescending and like, all of that. Like, this is like, I get if it's a kid that is needing to show up that way because they feel like they need to do that to get somebody's love and approval, which is so sad. And kids shouldn't have to do that or believe that or view that. Even that is being exposed to some unhealthy patterns, right? And as a grown up, imagine how many years they had to live in that to be that. But I can even hold compassion for that. What I'm choosing to do instead is hold compassion for myself, because as I wanted compassion, as I wanted consideration, as I wanted understanding, what I need from you is understanding. So simple as 1, 2, 3. That's why we take 3 deep conscious breaths. We give ourselves understanding. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it to me. And so people need to give themselves understanding, compassion. When someone hasn't been good to you and you're sad about it, and you're like, I don't deserve this. I'm not deserving of that. Give yourself compassion. Give yourself extra love. Just pour love into you. Hug yourself and attend to you. And be the support that you need. And pray that for those people that are projecting those things on you, that as you return it back to sender, first of all, because after a while you get tired of like, God, help this person heal, which is great. But before that, this is how we're moving now, is return it back to sender so they can understand that they need to stop sending these arrows out to people, first of all.